Week 15 of the fantasy basketball season. Here's a few forwards I look to buy and trade for this week. The first forward, Paolo Banchero of the Orlando Magic. So Banchero, it's been a struggle for him, especially for his standards. I know he was out for a while with the injury early in the season, but he's returned the last month now. Is Banchero, and his numbers have definitely dropped a bit on the year. 22.5 a game, 7.5 boards, 4.8 assists, 1.6 threes, and 42% from the field. But the last couple weeks, he's hurting you in field goal percentage, and his scoring is way down. 17.5 a game, 6.8 boards, 5.2 assists, and 34% from the field for Banchero. So this Magic team, believe it or not, all those ball games he missed Banchero, they were playing better. And now with Banchero back, they've been struggling, especially losing 5 out of 6 games is this Magic team. So the last few games for Banchero, January 30th at Portland, 21.6 boards, 3 assists, a steal, 43% from the field. February 1st at the Jazz, 9.6 boards, 6 assists, 2 steals, a block, 21% from the field. And February 3rd at the Warriors, 18.6 boards, 3 assists, a steal, 37% from the field. So Banchero, he's struggling mightily, no doubt about it. But he's a great talent, and sometimes it takes a month or two to get your legs back under you. And that's exactly what's going on with Banchero. I know he's still averaging 17.5 a game over the last couple weeks here, but his numbers are way down. But we know he's a good ball player, is Banchero. His numbers are down. I believe he could bounce back and get things going once again. And this is a perfect time to buy him low, because if Banchero could get his legs under him and be more efficient from the field, I think those numbers are going to get back up this season. Next forward, Khris Middleton of the Milwaukee Bucks. The rumors are swirling he might get traded for Kyle Kuzma and Jonas Valanciunas possibly to the Washington Wizards. And that's where his numbers would go up if he goes to Washington, where obviously they're the worst team in the league. They don't have anything going right now as Washington, and Middleton will get a lot of opportunities if he gets dealt there. If he don't get bought out, will get flipped in another deal. But right now, time of recording this, he's still a Milwaukee Buck on the year, 12.6 points a game, 3.7 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 1.5 threes, and 51% from the field. So Middleton, obviously, he's been banged up the majority of the season, coming off season surgery. But like I said, if he gets dealt to another team, especially a non-contender, he could be a number 1 or 2 option on that team, especially if it's going to be Washington. Last few games for him, January 28th at Portland, 15 minutes, he didn't do anything in that one, no points, a rebound, and assist. January 31st, he bounced back at the Spurs, 21 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, a block, 3 threes, 88% from the field. Then February 2nd versus the Grizzlies, 20 points, 2 boards, 4 assists, a steal, a block. In that one, 4 threes, 70% from the field. So this Buck team, they're struggling. They've lost 4 in a row, and I definitely think there's going to be a deal at the deadline today or either tomorrow for this Milwaukee Buck team, where possibly Middleton could go, and they want to change things up a little bit, because like I said, they really haven't been right all season long. I know they were over 500. I know they wrote the ship a little bit after getting off to a real slow start early in the year, but I believe a change of scenery might help Middleton a little bit more, where he could be a better option for a team, because right now, obviously, he's third in the pecking order, maybe even behind Giannis and Lillard. Sure, and the third and final forward I look to buy and trade for is Brandon Ingram of the New Orleans Pelicans. So Brandon Ingram, another player that possibly could get dealt at the deadline here, and he's out once again with the ankle injury, and we haven't seen Ingram now in a while, missing 27 games on the year, 22.2 points a game, 5.6 rebounds, 5.2 assists, 2.4 threes, and 46% from the field. So we know Ingram, he's going to bring scoring, 3-point shooting, and rebounding for fantasy owners. And like I said, I think him with Zion Williamson, at least one of these guys, are going to be dealt from the Pelicans at the deadline here. So we've heard some teams interested in Ingram. San Antonio Spurs, I still believe, could be interested, even though they traded for De'Aaron Fox. They still have picks, still have young assets. I believe the Atlanta Hawks be interested as well. Chandler Johnson out for the season. They got a little void at the forward position. And also the Golden State Warriors, like I said in a previous video, they're in on anyone. And if they can't land it, Kevin Durant, and then Ingram is definitely a possibility for them. So like I said, I believe the Pelicans are going to trade one of him as Zion Williamson. And Ingram, maybe a change of scenery is what's going to help him or make him be motivated, is Ingram. Because obviously he don't want to be a Pelican. He didn't re-sign a contract extension. And I think the writing's on the wall for him with New Orleans. So if he does get dealt at the deadline here, is Ingram. Obviously, he's been idle for the last 2 months. He could come back and definitely help owners. So right now, while that's the case, he's a buy low forward this week. So that's a few forwards I look to buy and trade for Week 15 of the fantasy basketball season.